have all my camera stuff, chargers and batteries and stuff in this bag, and I'll put it in my backpack. So I had to put my laptop in my backpack because I couldn't find my 64 memory card. Anyways, I only have two 16 memory cards, and I was kind of bummed. I was praying that it would show up, but it didn't. So I guess there's a reason I'm bringing my laptop, and I hope I can keep track of everything I'm bringing. Anyways, it's getting late. My bags are all packed, so I will be on my way to Canada. Oh my goodness. It is 5:01. I'm just sitting at my gate ready to board. I'm just super excited. No turning back. Talk about, I don't know, like, this feels so weird. I'm in my rental car, got papers. So as soon as I got in the car, I am like, wait, is this car automatic or manual? Because I do not know how to drive a manual car. It's automatic, so that's a good thing. But honestly, I feel so, I don't know, I feel like I'm going to be talking to myself a lot more, and I'm by myself. This is crazy. You know, like, when you go to the airport, you know, you fly and then you expect someone to come pick you up. No one's picking me up, so I make my own rules. I am so lost. So, I found a Safeway, and I'm gonna go there after I go to Tim Hortons. I've heard that that is a must when you go to Canada, so I think I'm gonna pick up some coffee and maybe like something to eat because I'm getting hungry. It's lunchtime, so. After I get that, I'm going to try to go to Safeway and buy all my groceries because I feel like that's going to be a cheaper way to go than eating out. So that's what I'm up to. It looks basically like an apartment, so I'll give you a tour. So you walk in, you get a closet, and then I get a mirror. Hey guys! And then over here, I have 3 chairs so I can have a party. Me, myself, and I. Yeah, and I went to the store and I bought some food. Open up this, and I get a washer and dryer, ironing board. Yeah, pretty awesome. And then I have a kitchen table, a couch, a TV, a fireplace, and yeah, so cool. And then I have like a little deck that I can go out and look out, and this is my view from the living room window. And then going this way, I have a desk, I have my fancy room and a big bed all to myself. awesome view. It's absolutely gorgeous. And got a closet and a really nice bathroom. Super nice. Yeah, there's me again. So I made it here safely. Few stories to tell, but yeah, I'm here and I'm so excited. I'm a little tired just because I got up. But yeah, I'm super excited to start my adventure tomorrow morning. Actually, tonight. I'm going to shoot a sunset. So, yep. So about 2 hours later, this was this evening, and I met up with Carrie. She is a photographer, and I saw some pictures here, and I was like, hey, that is gorgeous. I would love to go there. And she was like, hey, I'll take you here. So anyways, we met up, and she took me here. It was her favorite secret spot, and I felt insanely honored to go there. Anyways, so we expected to see the sunset, which we did, but we also got the moonrise, and we got to see beavers play, which was an incredible start to my adventure. Okay, so this was the next morning, Lake Louise. As you can see, there was already tons of tourists there. So I sat next to the guy in the red jacket. I was like, hey, can I sit here? I'm like, otherwise, I'm not going to get any pictures of Lake Louise. So I had to talk to strangers. The lake was absolutely breathtaking. The colors already in the lake were amazing. I mean, you can't see the emerald yet because it was still morning. Anyways, as the sun came up, the colors, the lake, the trees, just everything lit up, and the way the lighting moved and changed and saturation and contrast moved, it was just absolutely breathtaking. I kept taking pictures, and oh my goodness, I definitely felt like a tourist. The water, I still can't get over it. It just doesn't seem real when you go there. I highly recommend it. Anyways, so yeah, that morning was insanely freezing. I wasn't prepared for that, even though I checked the weather. I mean, I did have coats, but my hands and nose and face were cold. Anyways, I kind of stood around the lake for a little while, and then I started on a hike, which is that peak to the right. There's a tea house called Lake Agnes, and I hiked up there that morning, and it took all morning to get up there, and I had some tea and some biscuits up there. Actually, a couple saw that I was alone, and they were like, hey, come join my table. Anyways, that was very special and memorable morning. There's the tea house. Yeah, so the only way they get product is by helicopter or if you hike. So yeah, it was beautiful. And then on my way down, I saw Lake Louise again in different lighting, and it was just gorgeous. Lot more people then. So after Lake Louise, I went here. I wasn't expecting to go here. It was on my itinerary, but I'm so glad I went. I have no clue how to say these falls. It's a really weird name, but I'm glad I went. And then after I went to these falls, I went to Natural Bridge, which is this. Someone recommended it, and oh my goodness, I loved this place. It was gorgeous, and there was a couple getting wedding pictures, and I snuck a few for my portfolio. And then after Natural Bridge, up the road was Emerald Lake in British Columbia. I got it wrong. I thought it was in Alberta, but I actually went to a new province. So this is Emerald Lake, and I absolutely loved it. I wanted to stay there for the evening to get a picture of the lodge at dark, but I didn't want to stay out at night. So I raced back to town, and I got Boston pizza, which is amazing. I stuffed my face, and then I got up early again next morning and saw Lake Moraine, and Lake Moraine did not disappoint. I was looking forward to this place for so long, and it was amazing to see it in real life. It literally seemed like heaven on earth, and yeah, to have my morning time with God there, I'll never forget it. So I stayed there for 3 hours just to get different lighting, different colors in the sky, and different textures, and sure didn't disappoint. Yeah, I'm not awake. Alright, look at that. Gorgeous. So after Lake Moraine, I'm like, I gotta go other places even though I wanted to stay there all day. This was on the road to Lake Moraine, but coming back. So beautiful. And there's my buddy for the whole entire week. It was an awesome car. This was Lake Herbert, and I got my hammock out, and I sat there for a little while, and there wasn't too many tourists there. So this is Icefields Parkway. It's one of the recommended highways in the world to travel, and I definitely do not disagree. It was absolutely gorgeous. This is Bow Lake. The water was beautiful and so clear. And this is Peyto Lake, and this is one lake that everyone's like, oh, you gotta go see. And then that evening I went to Two Jacks Lake. This is that, and then Vermilion Lakes, and this is this shot, and a storm was coming in. Yeah, it didn't disappoint at all. It was beautiful. It was raining and, well, drizzling, and then it turned to rain, and it was kind of all over the place and gloomy, but it was just beautiful to see it in that weather condition, and my backpack and gear held up wonderfully, and so did my raincoat. So that morning I had planned to hike to Lark Valley, which I did, but I followed a group of tourists because my group that I was going to go with, I definitely lost them and didn't even find them. So someone saw my Colorado headband and they said, hey, do you want to come join with me? And I'm like, sure. So it was awesome to hike with this couple that lived in Colorado 40 years ago, and we were talking about that, and it was awesome. Yeah, when we got up to the top and looked back, the views of the Valley of the Ten Peaks was just, it was gorgeous. I mean, even though it was cloudy, wet, and like the lighting was just weird and crazy, it was just very cool. It was definitely not your usual weather, which I actually thought was kind of cool because, yeah, and then we saw a rainbow, and just, it was really weird and funky, and yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm so glad I hiked it. So I was kind of pressed for time, so after I went up here and hiked all the way back down to my car, I drove and met up with a photographer, and we went to Crescent Falls, and we were there for about 2 hours just shooting for good lighting. We didn't really get, well, at least I didn't get good lighting. I didn't get very good shots there, but it was an honor to meet Mark and shoot with him. He is an absolutely incredible photographer, and his friend, which I had never knew or met, so it was fun to meet him and make a new friend, and it's awesome to shoot with photographers. I definitely feel inspired. Anyways, so next morning I had the rest of my itinerary. Yeah, I went to 3 different falls. I cannot pronounce them. I can comment which ones they were if you want to know names. And then Magdalene Lake, which you saw a picture of. In Magdalene Lake, there is an island called Spirit Island. You should definitely Google it. I did not go there. I wanted to, but the only way to go there is by boat or kayaking, and I wanted to kayak, but it's going to be a 3-hour round trip and a couple $100, and I don't even have that. Anyways, so this was kind of my last day in Jasper National Park, and I thoroughly enjoyed my day. It was amazing, even though I didn't really do much. I mean, I saw different places, but I kind of went to the places and then went back to my car. I was pretty tired. That evening, I went to Pyramid Island and Pyramid Lake, and that was the end of my trip. Anyways, I am so glad I went on this solo trip. It definitely changed my life, and it will be a trip that I will never ever forget.